ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
The road to getting sports back up and running since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic has been a tough one, locally and abroad. Track and field is slowly but surely making a comeback, and B3A's President Rumiko Archer says they're doing it in the safest way possible.
For the comfort of the general public and to parents, we've indicated to every club that you can only have clusters of 10 training together at any one point in time with social distancing protocols in place. And so even that demand has required clubs to identify more personnel to ensure that the sanitization protocol is in place, that temperature readings are in place, that reporting to the federation remains an ongoing process to ensure that contact tracing is something that is properly documented. And so thus far, I'm happy to report that we've had no incidents of COVID.
Now, despite the challenging times, Archer is hopeful that everyone can come together to ensure the success of track and field in 2021 and beyond.
Even though we say that COVID has been a hindrance to economic progress, that we recognize that the investment in track and field is one that is far-reaching, that impacts people in ways that we could never imagine through education and economics. And so my wish is that we can, in spite of COVID, have the best program, encourage the best performances, and to see the athletes achieve every dream imaginable.
Well, after a more than 2-week layoff, the Ole Miss Running Rebels women's basketball team returning to the court earlier this week, losing for the first time this season. They'll try and right the ship tomorrow against Auburn. But head coach Yolette McPhee-McEwen knows it won't be easy, as last game was a real struggle dealing with fatigue.
When I saw their faces in overtime, I was like, man, if we come out with a win, this is going to be a miracle. They were dead. We got the shot we wanted at the end of regulation. I don't care. I'm going to win and lose games with Shakira taking the last shot, you know. She just missed, and that's okay. But when we went into overtime, they had the momentum, and they were ready to go. And she was smart. I mean, she played 11 kids, you know, so she made sure that they were able to play, and we just didn't have it in us to finish out the game.
Well, being shorthanded and having only one day of practice leading into the game, Coach Yost spoke about what she learned about her team as they left it all on the court.
I think it taught me what I already knew. Like, this COVID season is tough. You know, here you are, and when we started the season, we had 14 players. 2 tore the ACL, and 5 did not play today. 5. That's tough. And then to add onto that, we didn't get to practice with them. So what I learned is I hope we don't ever have to pause again, so that we can develop some type of rhythm and be able to play.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.